The school started here in 1925, the art school. The university had been on the campus since 1829, but it took a while before the art school was set up. It started with an endowment. There was a Max Michaelis, who was a landlord, put aside money to fund an art school. So it had difficult beginnings from the outset. It took a while to find the right director. Of course, 3 directors in a row were all brought in from the Slade School of Art in London. They were not South Africans, and in fact it was only in the 1960s that we had a South African director. Since then we've had 11 directors of the school. It took a while for the first female director, of course, which was Pippa Scottness, and that was only in 2000. And Bernie Searle was the first black director in 2017. How does one go about telling this history, which is long and complicated, different diverse viewpoints? So my initial starting point was to invite staff, full-time staff over the years, people who have retired or resigned, to participate in the exhibition and to think about an object or an artifact or an image that told some story, a little part of the history of the Michaelis School. Some of the things are more obvious, better known figures in the school that need to be acknowledged. And we have sculptures and we have photographs and prints from those people, but some of them are a lot less known. For example, one of the works that we have on display is a student work done by Marlene Dumas, who's become one of the most famous artists internationally. Her work has just broken the record for the highest price received at an auction for any living female artist. So I've tried to use works from our student collection, a lot of them in the Katrine Harry's print cabinet, which tells stories of those people when they were students at the school. So they won't all be big star stellar works that you will see on this exhibition, but you will see some of the formative processes that went to making the artists perhaps what they are today.
I think to represent 100 years is a huge undertaking. So I think Fritha, I wasn't involved in a lot of the initial stages, but I think Fritha has done an amazing job of capturing every single year, and having to choose one thing for each year is quite a task, and I think she has done everyone a favor by choosing such a wide array of objects and artworks.
People might be coming to the exhibition expecting to see the top artists who we produce, the top staff member, and an exhibition of artworks. So deciding not to do that was also a way of acknowledging smaller stories, but also that Michaelis is a space that has been produced by staff, by its students, by everybody who makes up this campus over time. It's not a monolithic unit. Its multiple voices have generated what we are, and I think often people say Michaelis is this, Michaelis is that. It is not a singular unit. It is all of us who've been here and been through it over 100 years have made it what it is today, good or bad.
I think people can expect to see an evolution in art when they walk through the doors, not only in subject matter, but in the materials that are being used. 70 years ago, only painting and sculpture and drawing was seen as art, but now so many more things are seen as art. And I think you'll see that growth over the years, and also see how talented people were 100 years ago and how talented people are now.
What I'd like people to take away from the exhibition is to contemplate the art school as something that is organic, that grows from its past, from its histories, and is continuing to develop. I hope that people will see different stories that they were unaware of, unfamiliar with. I think for current students it's going to be quite interesting for them to look back past 10 years and beyond and what the space was. Our role has always been to shape social consciousness, to make sure that our students are aware of the politics of what is going on around them, that they contribute to society in positive ways. And going forward, I hope that this is something we continue to do.